Hi there, Miranda Alt here with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team with your Monday market update for Monday, September 3rd, 2024. Happy Labor Day. Hope you had a great weekend. It was beautiful here in the Midwest, so hopefully you got to get outside and enjoy that lovely, moderate weather. We are certainly well on our way into fall. It felt a little chilly and a little fall-like for me. I'm still not quite ready for fall, but it was very, very lovely weather. So let's take a quick look at our Montgomery County numbers for the last 7 days. We had 133 new listings, 128 under contract. So still less homes going under contract than that are becoming new. So we are getting a little bit of headway in the inventory department, but that is a very low number for new listings. That's actually the lowest we've seen in 6 weeks. So part of that's probably due to the holiday. So some of these numbers are going to be a little skewed. We had 125 closed sales though. That was the most we've seen in a few weeks. So that was good. 40 price changes, very average, 1 expired, and 38 currently on the private network. So, in a typical real estate year, we see a very slow first quarter. Second quarter is very, very active. Third quarter, we tend to see August being moderate. With kids going back to school and last minute vacations, we tend to see a little bit of a dip. But then we see sort of a surge in September. What I usually expect in September is that it's a little bit like May. It's like the fall's version of May. So obviously May is going to be one of our biggest months of the entire year here in the Midwest. But September is a close second. June and July are very good, but September we tend to see a little bit of a bump in our real estate market as we have people who return to the real estate market after maybe taking a break for August. They come back, restart their search, and people wanting to get their homes on the market before the holidays. So we do see typically a pretty good September. So far, I would say that we are on our way to that, with indications being that interest rates are going to get a cut at the Fed's meeting on September 18th, I believe it is. So we should see whether we don't know if it's going to be 1/4%, 25 basis points, or 50 basis points. My assumption would be it's 25 basis points based on the jobs reports that we're getting. ADP has their report coming out this weekend. Jobs, we're anticipating there are still some job creations. We expect some fairly moderate unemployment readings, so we don't have extreme unemployment, we don't have extreme hiring. We're really sort of achieving that soft landing that the feds were hoping for, with not sending us into a recession, but also bringing inflation down, which is a tricky tightrope walk, but it appears that that's kind of how things are going. So I would anticipate that we will only see a 25 basis points cut, in the hopes that they bring inflation down, stimulate the economy a little bit, but do bring rates down just a smidge to kind of get that affordability issue under control a little bit. Some of these numbers that we're looking at are still indicating that we are going to have a very, very slow real estate year. We've talked about this before, how in 2021 we sold 6.3 million homes. In 2022 it was about 5 million. In 2023, we only sold 4.3 million homes, and we're anticipating that we'll only sell about 4 million homes, if not even a little less. Now, this rate cut could stimulate some people, incentivize some people to get back into the housing market, and some people who are locked in at that really low rate, sub 5%, which we'll never see again, at least not anytime in the near future. Some of those people who are locked in at low rates might be incentivized to move if they have a reason to move already. Again, no one is just going to move because of interest rates. That's not, people refinance because of interest rates. They don't move because of interest rates. But if they're already in a super low rate and they have a reason to move, it might be a tougher pill for them to swallow to buy that bigger home or buy that ranch or make the change that they need based on interest rates. Now, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate from Freddie Mac dropped to 6.35% last week from 6.4% the week before. This is the lowest that rates have dropped in 15 months. The high was in October of last year when they were at 7.79%. That's a $310 a month savings for buyers, or $3,700 a year on the average $400,000 home. So again, on average, homes in this country are about $400,000 nationwide. Here in Crystal Lake, we've got about $380,000. We'll go over those numbers in just a moment. But this is great for first-time home buyers, that rates have come down to 6.35. Now, that is not great for those move-up buyers. If you're somebody who just wants that bigger house, maybe you want that better kitchen, If you're already locked in at 3%, you're not going to be very incentivized by 6.35. Yes, it's better, but it's still not quite good enough. What is going to be good enough to make some of those people want to jump on the bandwagon and sell their home and get that other home? We don't know. Once again, I've said this before, me selling my house and buying another one does not affect inventory. That does not create more inventory. That creates transactions. But what we need to have more inventory is builders. And builders are still just not feeling confident enough to build at the rate that they were in 2008, which that was too much. But we need builders to build over 1 million homes a year in order to keep up with demand. 1 million homes a year is what just sort of is replacement for our population growth, and just some homes need to be torn down. You will have homes that need to be torn down, or they get acquired by the government to build roads and things like that. So we do have some of those, but 1 million homes a year is just sort of like to keep inventory exactly where it's at. If we want more inventory, we need them to be building more than that. We're just not seeing that yet. So we hopefully will have builders building a little more in 2025 and 2026. We'll see how that goes. Now, let's take a look now at our August numbers, because those did come out this last week for the Midwest region. What are the numbers doing for average sales prices, average days on market, and things like that? So average sales price in Algonquin was up 10% year over year as of August of 2024. The average sales price in Algonquin is now $405,000. In Cary, it's $366,000, up 10% also year over year. In Crystal Lake, we're up to $389,000. That's about a 7% appreciation year over year. Lake in the Hills is at $310,000. That's only a 3% year over year appreciation. So in our area, we're really hovering right around that 7%, which is great. Number of homes for sale is down significantly. We only had 28 homes for sale as of that last date of on average for the month of August, which is down 26% in Cary. 83 homes for sale in Crystal Lake. Again, these are averages for the month, which is down 9%. Lake in the Hills had 28 homes for sale, down 9%. And Algonquin had 53 homes for sale, which is up to almost 2%. Now that is because we have building happening in Algonquin. So Algonquin is up 2% because they have actual developments that are going up from D.R. Horton and Lennar and a couple others. MI Homes, I believe, that might be Huntley, but there's building happening in Algonquin. Month supply is down 10% in Cary to 1 month's inventory. That is very low. A fair and balanced inventory is 4 to 6 months of supply, and anything under 4 months is going to be a seller's market. Anything over 6 months is a buyer's market. We have not had a buyer's market in many years now, and we have had a seller's market pretty significantly, not even just like a little bit of a seller's market. It is a 1 month supply, way below fair balanced market. We have very low inventory still. I expected those numbers to go up a little bit. They did in Crystal Lake. We're up to 1.3 months inventory, still very low, but it is up. That's up 8% year over year for inventory. So we were under a month's inventory in Crystal Lake for over a year. Lake in the Hills is at 0.9 months inventory, which is flat. And Algonquin is at 1.4 months inventory, which is up 16%. So, we're kind of all over the board. We have interest rates coming down, which is great. We have very low number of transactions just overall. So low number of homes for sale, but also low number of buyers in the market, but still very low inventory overall. Hopefully some rate cuts in September will lead to builders building more, some sellers deciding it's time to list their home and get out, get back into the housing market, and also encourage some of those maybe move up buyers who are maybe have a home here in Crystal or here in the Midwest, and they want to sell it and move out of state, which would create more inventory here, not overall nationwide, but it would encourage some people to move and create more inventory here, which would be great. So I'm Miranda Alt with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.